Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. And I bet you're wondering, what made this face? Well, just recently on my Tumblr, I got a little fun post from a certain, I don't know, well, I don't think she's following me here on Tumblr, but, or she, doesn't matter. The title, it was reblogged from, I think, she said, Clud recognize we blogged it from Winter Soldier, and well, let's put it this way, it has something to do with the yes all woman thing. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't hate feminists, but Tumblr feminists just, if you're trying to make yourself look serious, you're doing a fucking horrible job at it, okay? And I found so many hypocrisies in this. Okay? I found so, oh, goddamn it. Yes, and you're about to see it. Because even though I don't like making other people in my life suffer, I think you all should suffer with me. Let's begin. And we open now on, as you see, it's a stream of comics. It's everywhere. Comics. Showing, how we have all these different status things going on. The first one, as you can see, is date me. No, because we think she's shallow. And then they cue to this. Has date me. No, but we think she's desperate. Okay. Alright, here's where I must begin. The reason why I think these first two on the panel are stupid is because the truth of the matter is there are just as many people who would think he was shallow, not shallow, would think he is desperate as much as we think she's being desperate. Okay? We think they're both equally desperate. You wanna know why we think they're desperate? Is because maybe they were going a little bit out of their league, wanting to go out with, well, a hot guy that apparently may not have liked them and did not have to. Okay? Now to the second part, which shows a really hot, well, what we are to perceive a very hot girl and a very hot guy. And it's called What We think When We Think This Is Happening. It's, oh no, I'm not interested in you at all. Hey, sexy lady. Then we go down to this one. This one irritates me and it's all over Twitter. It's when it's usually like this. No, I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested. Really? I have a boyfriend. Oh yeah? He's tall and muscular and sure he is. And then has a little thought bubble stating that, please don't touch me. Okay, the funny thing is, again, this happens to men just as much, if not more often. And if a guy does it, cue back to what we were doing with the geeky girl and the geeky girl thing. We just think he's desperate and wants attention. Anyways. Now for this one. Because we think they're decoration for the guy in the middle. Because we blame women for sexual harassment. If you heard that slap I just did, yeah, we blame men for sexual harassment too, and it's kind of even worse. I hate to be a man in this country where if I said I was raped, or anyone tried to do that, oh, well, you must be a faggot or something. But anyways, he groped my breasts. Yes, cover your cleavage next time. And it says, but this doesn't happen. He kicked me in the groin. Why weren't you wearing a cup? Yeah. That does happen. And it probably happens more often than it should. If someone hits someone in the groin, yeah, it's gonna hurt. And we probably ask them just as much that if someone hit you in the groin, yeah, why wouldn't you wear a groin? Why wouldn't you wear a cup? Maybe the reason why you didn't, he wasn't wearing one was, guess what, you may not play baseball, and you may not own one. Well, I hate saying this. They do, it's not saying that you should cover your breast and hide them, because men are going to go after them. Men actually have the ability to do that. But, at the same time, depending on where you're going and what you're doing, I'm not saying that wearing certain outfits will protect you from rape, because it doesn't happen that way. But it might elicit, in certain parts of the country, if you're dressed like a slut, or you're walking down a certain street or something, and someone sees you dressed like that, they might get the idea that, I think she might be a slut. And so, I pursue. Now, the next panel is, and this is apparently one over it, because we think girls' those problems are solved with makeovers to passively get male attention. No we don't. No one thinks for 1 second that. I think most of the time I see plenty of films, movies, and otherwise that have taught me throughout my life that getting a makeover doesn't get any attention from any guy on this planet. Now, depending on what guy you're talking about, maybe. Okay, now the next panel I think is really irritating because it shows a guy here, but boys' problems are solved when they accept themselves and get laid. Nobody thinks that way. Not one single person thinks that way. Because even when a guy accepts himself and he's a strong, empowered male and he doesn't feel like he's a bad person or whatever, no. You still may not get a girl to sleep with you, but at least if you kept your dignity and you didn't allow someone to hurt you. Because unfortunately, there are lots of girls who go after that because, frankly, I hate telling you this, but most people, whether they're in love or not, especially women apparently, who are just as shallow as the men, may not want to date a guy that's all, hey, I just need a little love. But yeah, whenever guys do that, and this probably happens more often than, well, the other thing. Most guys, well, they don't mind going out with girls of any shape or size or whatever. But for some reason, girls also have their preferences too. Okay? And some women want guys to be confident. Okay? And sometimes it works. Yes. Alright. And next is when females are taught that, that to control their sexual urges, when males are taught that their sexual urges are manly. Now, okay, this is sort of correct, because keep in mind, yes, we do tell guys, if you're not, if you're not, um, if you're not, banging chicks every Saturday, hey, or Sunday, or every weekend, you're a loser. They're right. But to be honest, I think more often, yeah, we do tell girls, more often than not, yeah, we tell girls to stay virgins. Well, no, actually, we don't tell girls to stay virgins. We really don't. We tell them, huh, yeah, that it's alright for them to have sex, because there's always something for us to land on. There's always safety for them. And this happens just to, really, how to put it, we tell guys to control their sexual urges just as much as we do with females, and it's ridiculous. Now, next panel, which I believe is stupid, and kind of wonder, what does this have anything to do with anything? Is because this is too revealing. Because this is too prude. Okay. What does that have anything to do with feminism? I just want to ask that question. What at all has anything to do with feminism, okay? And I'll tell you something. Nothing. It has nothing to do with her being prudish. One girl here looking too prudish, and the other one being too revealing has nothing to do with feminism. If you want to expose your cleavage, go right ahead. No one cares. If you want to uh, cover yourself up to the point where you might as well just go live in Afghanistan, sure, go right the fuck ahead. No one's gonna stop you. However, I hate to tell you this, ladies, that is not going to stop rape. And the reason why is because rape is not done that way. Guys don't care. Now, the next thing is the... well, now this one I sort of have some sympathy with, because the irony is they're both women, and they're probably both heterosexual anyways, so, or homosexual, whatever. But I hate this one for the fact that it's like, because she's too butch. Well, I hate to break it to you, it's not that guys won't find that attractive. Some men are okay with very tomboyish girls. Though I will say, she's not getting any, not only because she's a tom, not because she looks like a lesbian, but because she looks more like a man. So maybe they just didn't notice. Sorry. And you got this other girl over here, yeah, because she's too girly. Well, I hate to say this, but there are some cases where if a guy is doing the same exact things, like if he's too effeminate, he ain't getting laid. And if he's too masculine, or too manly, he ain't getting laid. You wanna know why? Again, it's a personal preference. Not every guy wants to date or be in a romantic relationship, or any relationship at all, or in this case, any woman does not want to go out with that. Heck, it's not that I have anything against guys and their muscles. They're fine, it's cool. If you want to have the big muscles, go for it. I don't date those kinds of guys because, frankly, guys with big muscles kind of frighten me. Hey, I'm a small, little 14, small woman with little build, so maybe I'm a little afraid if they hug me, they'll crack my, back, and it's already cracked enough as it is about that. So, no, it's just a personal preference. That's all. Now, the next thing is, because she doesn't care enough of, because she cares too much. Okay, So we're not supposed to say, yeah, she might have anorexia and she may have bulimia, because depending on how much weight this person got with that short, because of that, because of her diet or whatever, yeah, I might be carrying and say, yeah, she doesn't care enough about herself. And, well, no, I don't think that's the problem. I might say, well, honey, you might want to think about losing weight because it's affecting your health. And you should care about your health. That's something that everyone should care about. It's not just men who should care about it, or not just women who have to care about it. It's not just children who have to care about it. Everyone needs to care about their health, regardless of age, regardless of anything. The problem is, we live in a country where we're being told, basically, yeah, we're telling women if they are fat, they should be proud of it, even though they're so fat they'd rather kill themselves. I think that's probably the least healthiest thing you can do, but anyways. Next part is, because even women perpetuate hate. Systematic, I think it's probably systematic sexism, but the person who wrote this apparently can't spell, so whatever. Anyways, yeah, systematic sexism. Or they're just talking about how he's a prostitute. That's all it is. And to me, big fat deal, women. What's your problem with her being a prostitute? And the thing is, this kind of goes for males and females because, well, let's put it this way. Guys get shamed for it because, I don't know, sometimes a lot of them wearing really ridiculous outfits. And then, within ridiculous outfits make them look really stupid. And, well, women have pretty interesting, fantasies, and that's pretty much why they're wearing it. While women, well, guys, they're slightly a little bit more realistic, and maybe that's why. Anyways, I don't think that's helping. Anyways, down here is because men, women, and all people should be respected, should be treated with respect. Yes, I agree with this statement. This is the only thing I agree with. Sorry. Anyways, yeah. Sorry I had to show you that ugliness, but yeah, feminist? Why? No, I ain't feminist. Just specifically Tumblr feminist. Why? That's what I should come up with, is that. Why do you think only women are the ones who have to deal with sexism? What makes you think men are suddenly excluded from it? The term sexism is discrimination based on gender. And there's tons of sexism towards men. It's not just something towards that. That's the same way that I think all racism is towards black people. And I know good and well that's full of shit. Because if that's the case, well, we got a whole bunch of slavery and racism, for that matter, to go through before we start flapping my lips about that. Anyways, I just wanted to point that out, and all I could say is, you to me, this is Pandora the Eclectic, telling Tumblr, fuck off. Tumblr Feminists, double fuck off. And finally, hey, hey, to all my friends and family, hey, and subscribers out there, hey, keep it frosty.